nungi muhakanamu ejeshaha abantu abiza chai boma buri omwe wena ariyo nakwata amate kunywa ebya minsi birumu bariyo nibakwata amate.
One of the most expensive campaign among all presidential candidates is NRM campaign, because they ferry people, and even what's more, during these campaigns, most especially those campaigns which were held in the Western region, people were being fed on the milk and others. People are given t-shirts. You clearly see that Museveni runs a multi-billion campaign. But for me, when I saw people drinking milk, okay, doesn't it affect the elections? Because during election, no one is allowed to give people things like money, like food. You corrupt their mind, you corrupt their way of voting. In fact, we have a history of a member of parliament being disqualified because he gave 1,000 to a particular person. Before I proceed, let me first play you the video as people were drinking milk during the NRM rally. Here's the
kuba nimbagambira ngu nkore nungi muhakanamu ejeshaha abantu abiza chai boma buri omwe wena ariyo nakwata amate kunywa ebya minsi birumu bariyo nibakwata amate bariyo nibanywa amate tino ragenda imiro buri omwe naza kukwata amate buri omwe nagenda nanywa amate asa nigakukira ningire ekintu nimure Museveni yashiteekamu amaani wacenge ekintu ekyo njano bareba abantu ko bariyo nibatunga amate nkore neye kamera abantu mwe buri omwe yatunga amate iwagateka no mukacupa mwanyure nejagi ibiri ko kumara moza bakongera bitu mwana mwene Museveni abereho numuza kumuhakarura mpaka kurira bubi agaranga tuza kumuhagira mpaka.
So that is the video that shows when people were drinking milk during the NRM rally. For those who don't know, they should understand that during elections, it is not allowed to give people anything because it's taken as a bribe. So we must interrogate ourselves. If someone went to court after the election and they presented this video, could General Museveni suffer consequences for as long as a lawyer can give evidence that General Museveni was behind the giving of milk? Because these things happen. You normally see every person who comes on the rally of General Museveni is given a t-shirt, and we must wear it sometimes by force. Now they are giving them milk. Okay? So you clearly see that they are running an expensive campaign, which other candidates don't have a luxury to do so. Okay? In fact, I keep on telling people that where General Museveni spends billion to get a crowd, so that a crowd to speak to, Museveni only needs fuel to pass in a trading center so that people can follow him to the campaign venue. It's the reasons why they deploy police. A journey that ordinarily takes few minutes because of the police intercepting, knocking people, tear gassing, they intimidate a lot. And then I keep on telling people that, do you see how the police tear gasses, beats people and supporters? Okay? It is with the aim of intimidating very many people so that they cannot go on the rallies. The reason why in very many rallies you see young men, because those have come out bravely to come and see their candidate. You rarely see women because women are easily intimidated. You rarely see juvenile, you rarely see old people, because that is a scheme of intimidating very many people not to attend the rallies. For example, for BOBI WINE's campaign, whenever he goes, for example, if he's going to come to a certain district, the night before he comes to the rally, police and UPDF are deployed. And if they deploy them, some people can be scared to go to the rally. When BOBI WINE is coming, they start tear gassing in the trading centers. But even after that, he still gets a crowd. On the contrary, General Museveni gives out milk on his rallies. He gives them everything to an extent that even when he's coming, they feed a lot of people in the surrounding districts, most especially when he goes in a district which don't have very many people, because there are some districts like Omoro, where even if you hold a successful rally, you won't get people as many as you can get in maybe other districts. So what he does, he feeds people from one destination to another. That wouldn't have been bad if they are using party structures, but they use government structures. They direct education commissioner to ferry kids. They direct policemen, they direct UPDF, they direct prison warders to come and attend the rally because it is a must that we should support the old man. In fact, there is a vehicle that was seen on social media, a police vehicle ferrying people to go and attend Museveni's rally. That is bad. In fact, let me first play with the tape. Here's the tape. I think there is a song, I want to remove it. Okay? So, those are the people being ferried using a police car. And yet we claim that we are having a democracy. This cannot be. Just imagine if the same police car was used to ferry NUP candidates. Would you think the same things would happen? Okay? So, that is the reason as to why we don't have a democracy. That's the reason as to why we must keep on fighting and pressing so that the constitution can be put where it's supposed to be, so that everyone can be subordinate to the constitution. Other than that, we're having a candidate like BOBI WINE who's running against the police, the UPDF and the state, and we're having another one who is using all tools of coercion and all tools of government, which ordinarily the constitution bars from using in election, and using it without any consequence. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabiyesula Emmanuel Mawagri, the next MP for Makindi's constituency. I'll see you on another one. Peace.